The Kalahari. High noon, 42 degrees in the shade, if there was any shade to be found. Cracked earth, a heavy silence, and not a drop of water on the horizon. Something is moving across this land, slowly, purposefully. Its body is covered in spines, its back is armored, its jaws are strong enough to clamp onto your finger and never let go. A bird dives from above. It misses. A lizard lunges from the side. It retreats. A wild cat approaches, sniffs, backs off, and walks away, shaking its paw. This is no fiction. This is the African armored ground cricket. And today, we are going to find out the truth. Is it amazing to be one, or is it a living nightmare on 6 legs? Meet Acanthoplus discoidalis. In Namibia, it's known as the korin crick, or corn cricket. In Botswana, it's called setotojane. Scientists call it the armored bush cricket, though despite the name, it isn't actually a cricket at all. True crickets belong to a completely different family. This creature is a type of bush cricket, or katydid, a group that is far more ancient, far more stranger, and far more formidable. This species inhabits a vast area of southern Africa, Namibia, Botswana, Zimbabwe, South Africa, and parts of Angola. Its environment is nothing but forgiving. The Kalahari and the surrounding savannas are among the continent's toughest ecosystems. Extreme heat by day, cold by night, and long dry seasons when the landscape turns to dust and most living things are simply struggling to survive. And yet, here it is, 5 centimeters long. Its body is broad and low-slung, like a tiny tank never meant to be an elegant creature. Conical spikes jut from its back in every direction. Its jaws are powerful enough to shear through tough grass stalks, chew up crop stems, or, as has been documented, bite a human finger hard enough to provoke a sharp reaction. And, most importantly, it doesn't fly, not one bit. Wings do exist, technically small vestigial ones hidden beneath its armor, but they haven't functioned for millions of years. The ground is its entire world. 5 reasons why this creature is an absolute triumph. 5 reasons why it is a relentless nightmare. You decide which side wins. +1. Living armor. Let's start with the obvious. This creature wears an exoskeleton that evolution has perfected over millions of years. The spikes on its back aren't just for show. They serve as a physical deterrent, a painful obstacle for any predator attempting to grab it from above. A diving bird gets a face full of spikes instead of a meal. But its real weapon is something else entirely. When a predator grabs it from the side, this armored cricket does something that shouldn't be possible. It shoots fluid from pores on its own body. Not venom, but its own hemolymph, its internal fluid, what you might call its blood. It is yellowish-green, foul-smelling, and tastes absolutely vile to most predators. Size? Up to 3 centimeters. Scientists have observed an African wildcat repeatedly tossing the cricket into the air, unable to decide whether to eat it or not. The cricket squirted hemolymph onto the cat's paws. The cat ran off. For the next 5 minutes, it shook its paws in disgust. This is called autohemorrhaging, and it is a biological weapon that almost never misses. +2. It eats everything. Absolutely everything. While most insects are specialists, adapted to a single food source and dependent on one specific plant, season, or narrow window of survival, this insect operates on a completely different principle. It has no menu. There is only available or unavailable. Grass? Yes. Seeds? Yes. Flowers? Yes. Roots? Absolutely.
Decaying vegetation? Carrion, an animal carcass baking under the scorching Kalahari sun, without hesitation. Crops? Sorghum and millet, staple foods for millions of people in southern Africa, are also on the menu, and in such quantities that it ranks as the region's second worst agricultural pest, surpassed only by birds. But this is where it gets truly unsettling. There are documented cases of armored crickets attacking the live chicks of the red-billed quelea, a small, abundant African bird. Researchers have proposed a remarkable explanation. The crickets can locate nests by sound. They hear the chicks' cries and follow the noise, like a predator tracking its prey. An insect following acoustic signals to hunt warm-blooded animals. Then there is the matter of salt and protein. Both are in constant short supply in the Kalahari. When the cricket runs low on protein, which happens often, it doesn't wait around to stumble upon something. It finds the nearest source of protein and devours it, regardless of the source. We will return to what this means a little later. In a landscape where specialists perish and generalists reap the rewards, this creature boasts the most flexible diet of all.
At the height of the season, they literally swarm the roads, thousands, tens of thousands, a wave sweeping across the savanna, stopping at nothing. Farmers in Namibia and Botswana know what this means. Up to 80% of the sorghum crop destroyed. This is no mere pest, it is a living army. 3 levels of defense. If the hemolymph fails to stop a predator, there's a backup plan. The cricket coats itself with regurgitated crop contents. The stench becomes unbearable. Hardly anything can penetrate both layers. Not just one defense, not 2, 3. Spines, chemical defense, and a chemical coating. And all this in an insect the size of a thumb. No wings, ever. Now, the flip side. Wings exist. They look like wings, but they don't work. They have never worked for any living specimen. The armored cricket is a walker. In a world where everything flies, jumps, or runs away, it walks, on the ground, always. This means any threat from above is one it cannot fully anticipate. Every aerial attack is a gamble. Armor and chemical defenses help, but if a hawk is fast enough and grips its prey tightly enough, no amount of hemolymph will save it. The ground is not just its home, it is its cage. Cannibalism, eating your own kind. When protein and salt reserves run low, which happens constantly in the Kalahari, the armored cricket begins to devour its own kind. No hesitation. During migration, thousands of crickets cross roads and end up crushed by cars. Their carcasses become bait. Live crickets gather, start feeding, and fall victim to the wheels of the next vehicle, which in turn become prey for the next wave of crickets. Scientists have dubbed it a cannibalistic conveyor belt, a perfect closed loop, and a trap with no way out. Sex and death, an inseparable pair. Courtship begins at sunset, it ends at dawn. The entire process takes a single night. After mating, the males often die. The females lay their eggs and die shortly thereafter. The life of an armored cricket is a sprint with no finish line other than death. Hatch, grow, eat as much as possible, find a mate, produce offspring, die. No retirement, no old age, no let's see what happens next. Everything is compressed into one short season. There is a price on your head. Officially, this pest is considered the second most destructive threat to the region's crops, surpassed only by birds. Farmers battle it using traps, pesticides, and physical barriers. Yet in some communities, people simply eat it, fried, crispy on the outside, soft on the inside. 5 centimeters of armor, 3 layers of protection,
millions of years of evolution, and in the end, it winds up in the frying pan. Your own weapon, your worst enemy. After releasing its hemolymph, the cricket immediately begins using it to clean its own body. Why? Because the scent attracts other crickets who perceive it as a dinner bell. Its most effective weapon, if left unused for too long, becomes an open invitation to cannibalism. That's the whole story. The creature's most powerful defense is simultaneously its greatest vulnerability. Cool or terrible? Both, every day, without a break.